Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Cindy and I like to knit and do craft and share things about my life. So if you're interested in my journey, definitely subscribe or follow me on Instagram and you can see all that kind of stuff. For today, I want to share with you guys my newest yarn acquisitions and also my fabric acquisition. I just came back from Japan. I went on a Asia trip to Philippines and Japan, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I got. I really only got things from Japan. I didn't really shop anywhere else, so most of these things are from there and some are actually from Canada, so I ordered it in. So it's a little bit of a mix of a Japan and recent yarn acquisitions, I guess you could call it. But yeah, let's just get started because I have a few things to talk about. I was in Japan for about 4 days. Just due to timing, I didn't have enough time to stay longer, but that's okay. It still did a lot of damage to my wallet, so maybe 4 days is really what I should be spending in Japan. I did do my exchange in Japan when I was in university, and I did go back last year, so I've been to Japan a few times. This time around I just really want to focus on buying things that I didn't have in Canada. And also I just want to mention I'm wearing the pea cardigan. It's such a cozy cardigan and it's perfect for winter time, so I figured I'd just wear it for this video. Let's get started with fabrics first, and then we'll move on to pattern books, and then we'll do yarn. When I went to Japan, I knew right away I wanted to go to Nippori Fabric Town. I used to sew as a kid because my dad sews, and he taught me how to use a sewing machine at a really young age, so I did have a little bit of experience there, but I haven't sewed in a really long time. But I really want to get back into it, so I decided to buy some fabric from Nippori Fabric Town. And I just read so many things online about Nippori Fabric Town and how amazing it is and how many stores there are, so I knew I had to go. So the first fabric I bought is this one right here. It looks really nice. It's a really cool Japanese pattern. This is what it looks like. The moment we saw this, as in me and my boyfriend, because we were there together, the moment we saw this we fell in love and we decided to get it to make a Hawaiian shirt. He really likes Hawaiian shirts, so this is a Hawaiian shirt to be. I'm planning to share a lot more of my projects and everything I make this year. When I make this, definitely look out for the video if you're interested. I will also upload a Japan vlog later so you can see exactly where we bought everything and all the stores we went to. But yes, this is from Tomato. This is also from Tomato. As you can see, there's a tomato sticker on it. So cute. I bought how many? 1, 2, 3 fabrics. So let's talk about the first fabric I bought. It's this cat one. It looks so silly. They had many different types of colors. So if you see here, this is more of a darker fabric because there's darker cats, but they had one where these cats were coffee colored, so then it made the whole fabric a lot more brown toned. And then there's one that's more gray, so it made the fabric more gray toned, etc, etc. But yeah, I chose the one that's more darker in color because I have a tuxedo cat, and honestly I'm biased, okay? But yeah, I typically also just like wearing darker colors, and I want to make a tote bag with it. I feel like this would be an easy project for me to get back into sewing. And then any leftover fabric I have, I might want to make a Hobonichi cover. So Hobonichi is a planner that I use, and there are covers that you can buy for it, but they're really expensive. So I was thinking if I have some extra fabric, maybe I can look into making a simple cover, a book cover or something like that. So this is the second fabric. Third, I bought a lot of embroidered fabric because they are absolutely gorgeous. Like, what the heck? This is so pretty! And this color is so pretty as well. Initially, I was thinking of a maxi skirt. I think that would be really nice, or a dress. So I definitely have enough fabric for that. Next one is also an embroidered fabric. This is in gray. It has flowers embroidered on it. This is so pretty. I saw it and I fell in love again. I know what I want to make with this. I want to make a dress. I kind of want a button-down dress with a collar and maybe mid sleeves. I want it to be a little bit more of a midi skirt, so I knew I needed a little bit more fabric, so I bought enough for that. So yeah, I'm very excited to turn these into actual wearable garments sometime this year. But yes, 2024, I am planning to expand on my craft and not only focus on knitting. So I started with crocheting and then I transitioned to knitting, and now I kind of want to incorporate sewing as well. So 2024, guys, we can do it. That's all the fabric I purchased. And now let's move on to books, because I freaking love pattern books, especially the ones from Japan. So first off, I bought this book right here from Tomato. Tomato also sells pattern books, not only for sewing but also for knitting. So yeah, Tomato is a really great place. I bought this menswear knitting pattern book because my boyfriend's been asking me to knit him a cable knit sweater for so long. But there's no patterns online that we really like and that I want to follow. So we were very lucky when we saw this men's knit pattern book. And we looked at some of the patterns, which I'm going to show you right here. I love how Japanese pattern books show you the knits and the table of contents like this. It's just so satisfying to look at and you know exactly what's in the book. So this is not cable knit, but it is color work, but he really likes it, so I think I can do some color work for him. And then yeah, there's cable knit sweaters down here too. There's just so many to choose from in here, so yeah, I think this will be a very handy pattern book. And this one was 1,400 yen. $14 for a pattern book is pretty good. So that's the first one. And then after that, I went to a store called Craft Apartment, and all of these stores I actually did research beforehand and I marked it down on my Google Maps so that I know for sure to go. Craft Apartment has a lot of books. Like, they have accessories and little trinkets and stuff like that too, but I didn't really look at that. I mainly looked at the books because I am obsessed with pattern books. They sell a lot of sewing pattern books, and I chose these two. The first one here, I feel like the pieces here are very appropriate for work as well, so I decided to purchase it. Maybe I'll just show you some of the patterns that I really like. This one here, you have the long vest pattern and also the trousers, which I think is really cool. Like, she looks so cool. I want to look like that, so yeah. Here we have a vest and a really pretty skirt. All the pictures here just look so elegant. We have a long shirt. So that's this book, which I think would be very appropriate for work, and not only work but also my day-to-day life. Office wear is just such a big part of me that I need my clothes to work for both. The price of this book is 1,600 yen, which means $16 Canadian. Alright, for the next book, also from Craft Apartment, this one, the whole idea of this is that you can make the garment long or short. As you can see here, let's just take this hoodie. So they have a short version and a long version, and same with the shirts, a long one and a short one. I just really like the versatility of this, so I bought it. So there's two patterns in here that I really want to make for sure, and one of them is called the hoodie. So as you can see here, this is so cute. This is the long version and the short version. I feel like if you made it in a water resistant material, it could be a really nice raincoat, maybe. And then the second thing that I really want to make, that I fell in love with right away, is this jacket. But of course, I don't know if my skill is there yet, but we can dream and hope, right? So this is the short version and the long version. So pretty. I really want to make this. How I'm going to approach sewing is how I approach knitting, and that is just doing whatever I want to do. So making whatever I want to make, because I think the drive to make something you really like will help you overcome any skill level issue. This book is 1,400 yen, so $14 Canadian. And for all the sewing books, all the patterns are actually at the back right here. They have the full patterns, which is insane. I feel like this is such a great deal. Now we're moving into the knitting world, because I visited a few yarn stores, but I only bought something from one. So I visited Amimono SPIN and I also visited Puppy Yarn, but these two I didn't buy anything. It was really nice to visit and really nice to see, but I didn't purchase anything. The one I did buy something at is Walnut Tokyo. Amirisu has a brick and mortar store called Walnut. The flagship store I believe is in Kyoto, but I went to the Tokyo one because I didn't have time to go to Kyoto this time, but the Tokyo one was really nice as well. They sell their own yarn, but they also sell other brands as well that they import. But of course, because I was in Japan, I really wanted to focus on buying Japanese yarn. So I did buy a few hanks right here. I'll show you later. They also carry the Daruma books, which I was so excited about. And coincidentally, they had this specific book which has one of the patterns that I really wanted to make for a long time, and it is Yukiyama no Seta, this one. I really wanted to make this. I'm just really glad I found this book because now I have the pattern. They have other patterns too which are so beautiful. Like, look at this cable knit cardigan. Gorgeous. I didn't go in wanting to buy this specific Daruma book, but the fact that I walked in and it was actually one that I wanted, I just felt very lucky. And this was 1,200 yen, so I would say 12 Canadian dollars. Not bad at all. While I was in Walnut Tokyo, I knew I needed to buy their yarn because how could I not? How could I not buy their yarn? I think I'm gonna start making it a point to buy hand-dyed yarn when I go overseas, because I think hand-dyed yarn to me is just so precious, and I like to buy the fingering or lace version so I can hold it together with something else, more of a solid color, so that the variegation becomes a little bit more subtle, where it's like you have to kind of see it up close to appreciate it. I don't know, I've just been really into that recently, so I decided to buy the Trek hand-dyed yarn, which is a fingering weight yarn. I don't have a pattern in mind, but I know I want to either make a sweater or a cardigan, so I bought enough for that. Maybe not a long one, like I definitely won't be able to make a pea cardigan for sure, but if I make like a smaller cardigan or a lighter sweater, I think I can definitely do that by holding it together with another yarn, and that will probably help me meet gauge. So I bought 3 hanks of this, and I couldn't even buy another one because there were no more. There were other colors as well, but this yellow really spoke to me because I've never used yellow yarn before actually. Yeah, all my clothes have been very natural color or purple, so I decided I need to kind of step outside of my comfort zone this year and make more colors, and I bought the yellow one. I'm so excited to make a cardigan for summertime and wear it against like green trees. Like, can you see how beautiful this yellow looks against the green? I think it looks so pretty. So yeah, this is what I bought in Tokyo. Actually, this is the only yarn I bought in Tokyo. I didn't have a lot of time to go anywhere else, and I only visited 3 yarn stores anyways. I'm pretty proud of myself actually for not buying more yarn than I need. So I bought some yarn from Little Red Mitten, which is a store in Canada, and I bought it so shortly after my trip that I might as well just put it in this video and call this video my yarn acquisition as well. The reason why I was looking for yarn was because I saw a test knit go out and I really wanted to participate in that, but I haven't been chosen yet, so I'm still waiting for a reply. Even if I don't get chosen, it's okay, because the yarn that I've decided to use is a yarn that I've been looking at for a while because a lot of people have used this yarn, and it is the Noro Madara. Look how gorgeous. I think you guys already know about this yarn because everybody knows about this yarn. I am so late to the game, but yeah, this is what it looks like. As you can see, the base is gray, but there's a lot of colors woven into the yarn, which looks really pretty and so unique. So here's the makeup of the yarn. I got it in the color Sake, which is I think what most people use. And here's the other side of the card. So I got 6 hanks of these, which is enough for a shorter cardigan. Not a long cardigan like the pea cardigan, but definitely enough for a short cardigan. And it would satisfy the test knit requirements, but of course if I don't get selected for a test knit, I can always knit it after the pattern's release, or if I change my mind, I still have enough yarn to knit something else, which I thought was, you know, a pretty safe buy. So I bought 6 hanks. And then separately I also bought this Leo and Roxy yarn. So this yarn is 80% merino and 20% nylon, and I got it in the color Dew. I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't really look like the product photo on the website, and I don't really see the color variegation. I might have to exchange these for another color, and I'm thinking of buying the color Celery because it does look like it has a little bit more color variation, so I don't know. We'll see. And I'll update you guys if I do end up getting Celery instead. So that was all the yarn, the fabric, and the books that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be posting a vlog soon of my time in Japan just so you can see where I went and all the stores I visited. If you're interested in that, definitely look out for it. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you are interested in my knitting journey or my sewing journey, definitely give my Instagram a follow or subscribe to this YouTube channel because I'll be providing a lot of updates and project videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!